There's no Oiler news, but I kind of want to have a little bit of a fan moment. So forgive me if I'm going to be just a little bit crazy. Hey, fellow Edmonton Oilers fans, thank you so much for taking the opportunity to come check out the video. Today I wanted to do something crazy. I wanted to do something different. As we all know, the Oilers have been making several moves over the past couple days, weeks, and I've been thoroughly excited and happy about the things that Jeff Jackson has been doing. Now, I like to play into the role of playing a little bit of fantasy hockey right now, just kind of armchairing or armchair GM, whatever you guys call it. So whatever I tell you in this video, I take it for a grain of salt. It's just a regular fan, just giving his perspective on what they think could be a potentially cool option to see the Edmonton Oilers pursue moving forward. Now, as you all know, the Oilers are currently a little bit over the cap. There's news of Evander Kane potentially going to the LTIR and freeing up a little bit of cap space there, thus allowing for the Oilers to be under the salary cap. However, there's still talk about moves with Cody Ceci, maybe moving somebody out from the back end to make up for when Kane does come back. I, out of nowhere, decided to just sit down, look at the last few days of Cap Friendly, and thought to myself, what would be an idealistic trade that maybe potentially could happen for the Edmonton Oilers to continue not only adding pieces to this roster, but ensuring that we secure the future of Leon Draisaitl, showing him the direction of the Oilers, but also adding more potent offense. And I couldn't look any further than a team that has a superstar right now that is coming out of a NHL Players Association rehab, coming back in and is wanting a fresh start. For those of you who have kind of picked up on it, I am talking about the Columbus Blue Jackets, and I'm talking about Patrik Laine. I was thinking that the Edmonton Oilers could potentially swing a deal to Columbus to get Patrik Laine. Now, this is all speculation on my part. This is all hopes and dreams. So, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. But I'd like for you guys to check out this trade. And obviously, please do not hesitate to let me know what you guys think in the comments. To me, just being able to banter and have an opportunity to throw an idea out there, who knows what could happen. Maybe Jeff Jackson's done. Maybe he's not. But hey, why not? Let's check it out. So the first thing is I'm going to show you is Columbus would send over Patrik Laine, hoping that he would waive his modified no trade clause, and we would send over Cody Ceci and a third-round pick in 2026. Columbus would have to retain about 50% because he is a superstar that does want a fresh start. He does want to move somewhere else. And what better place than the Edmonton Oilers and the high-powered offense? Think about Patrik Laine being able to come back, restart his career, essentially, and bring that rejuvenance to his career. Is that a word? I think that's a word. But he can rejuvenate his career here in Edmonton, potentially going to the playoffs, potentially back into the Stanley Cup Finals. What better way to do it than with the Edmonton Oilers right now? Edmonton has been known to take on contracts of players that have been disgruntled or have had problems in the past. We've come in, brought them over to our organization, and had them go on to see immense success. So one of the things I looked at was Patrik Laine from the Columbus Blue Jackets coming over in a trade for Cody Ceci and our 2026 third-round pick. Now, if that's 50% retained, and Edmonton and Columbus both approve, like I said, there's no guarantee that this would happen, but this is just a pipe dream. We could potentially see an amazing superstar lineup. Something I guarantee would make Leon Draisaitl want to stay here. Check this out. That lineup next year for the Edmonton Oilers, having Patrik Laine on the second line with Leon Draisaitl, I think would be absolutely electric. You have Connor McDavid, Jeff Skinner, and Zach Hyman on the top line, of course. You'd have Leon Draisaitl, Patrik Laine, and Victor Arvidsson, which would be almost a carbon copy of what that first line is. Then you'd have Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. I know there's going to be a lot of questions about Ryan Nugent-Hopkins playing the third line, but moving him back to the center, his natural position, having Evander Kane there when he comes back from LTIR, And Matt Savoy, I know he's a young player. There's a lot of speculation about him being in Bakersfield, but if he does make it out of the gate, he could fill into that third line. We have Corey Perry as well that could also kind of play a role in there, fill in. Wait, freeze, pause, hold the video, hold the phone. I know on that list, it doesn't show Dylan Holloway, but it didn't forget about him. He could potentially fill in on the third, left, or right-hand side for either Matt Savoy or Evander Kane while he's on LTIR. If Dylan Holloway, or if I should say Matt Savoy, does not crack the lineup, Dylan Holloway has that position. And while Evander Kane is out, Dylan Holloway has that position. So, sorry, let's get back to it. But I think that would be a kind of cool dream line to get Matt Savoy sheltered a little bit, get him used to the competition in the NHL. And what better way to learn from superstars like this? And then, of course, that third line that was so successful in the playoffs, having them come back and hold down the fort on the fourth line. And I know Chris Knobloch most likely would use that fourth line for more minutes than traditionally otherwise seen. But that would be a really cool fourth line. That way, when Cody Ceci is out, we'd have Matthias Ekholm, Evan Bouchard, Darnell Nurse, Philip Broberg, who's absolutely emerged. Then we'd have Brett Kulak and either one of Josh Brown or Troy Stetcher that we have on the back end, followed by Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard. I think that would be a really cool electric line to see the Edmonton Oilers display. We would definitely have by far one of the best offensive lines, if not the best offensive lines in the entire NHL. But that's just my opinion. I think that'd be a really cool idea. I don't know if Columbus would do it. I don't know if Edmonton would do it. I don't know if it's even thought about or even rumored about. So this is all just speculation at this point. I just wanted to do something fun. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you think that's a good trade, or if you think Columbus would do it, or if there's a missing piece that could make that potential trade happen. Thanks again. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys on the next video.